Alright, here we go. We're going to assemble an earth bucket today. First we're going to go through all of the different components that we have. Tommy, show us bucket number one. Thank you. And bucket number one has 4 holes drilled in it, about 2.5 inches from the bottom. Bucket number two has one 3.5 inch hole drilled, and then one 3 1/8 inch hole drilled, plus a lot of 1/4 inch holes drilled in it, and we'll explain kind of how that all works when we assemble it. All right, Tommy, what else do we have? We have a
garbage bag.
That's correct.
A 36 inch, I can't remember what this is called. I know it's a pipe.
PVC pipe. And we'll show them what we've done with that pipe is sorry about the video work there, guys, but we've got a notch drilled in that. Okay, Tommy, show them the 36 inch cable ties. We have 2 of those put together. That's good. You can set it back down. And then we have a cup.
Right here.
That's right. And we have pre-measured 1/3 cup of organic fertilizer. Very good. And we also have a big bag of potting soil.
7 gallons.
7 gallons of it. We're only going to need about 5 of that. And that's a Jungle Growth Flower and Vegetable Professional Mix potting mix. So what we're going to need to do here now is assemble our buckets. So Tommy, if you'll take bucket number 2 and put it into bucket number 1. Very good. Now what we'll need to do is take the cup, grab the cup, Tommy, the cup, and then place that into the bucket. Very good. Now what we'll need to do is grab the PVC pipe, slide that through that piece of cable tie into the hole down in the bottom. Get that situated in there. Good. All right. Now let's make sure we have our bucket lined up the way we want to have it lined up. I want to have the Tommy, if you could come hold the camera here, right here for me, pointed at the buckets. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to line my logos up here, or my handles, so I have my handles lined up so that this won't be in the way when I want to go to carrying it. Thank you very much. Now, what we need to do from here is we get ready to put the potting soil in. We have the cup in place, and one of the things we're going to do is make sure we get plenty of soil into the cup. I'm going to stop right there for a second. Tommy, keep filming. And we're going to make sure we've got the soil packed into the cup good. That's critical. So what's the point here is that the water from the bottom that we'll put into the bucket through the watering tube will be wicked up through that soil that's in the cup into the main bucket. And that's what's going to feed our plants. Alright, I'm going to put a little more in there, top it off. Alright, so we're going to have a little extra left in this bag, but this 1 cubic foot bag is about the right size bag to do this 5-gallon bucket. My videographer Tommy is going to continue to show that. We'll be planting the tomato in the center of the pot, right about here. So let me go ahead and make a little hole right there. Now we're going to take our fertilizer and we're going to sprinkle that around the outside perimeter. Try to get it as even as you can. Doesn't have to be perfectly even. Just kind of go around, maybe try to make 2 circles that way. But you don't want the fertilizer to be right on the roots of the plant, or it'll burn it. Not burn as in heat wise. It's just too much chemicals. It'd be like a chemical burn, not a fire burn. Okay. So, but now we've got our fertilizer in there. Now what we're going to need to do is put our garbage lid or top on it. Yeah, this is a regular sort of commercial leaf bag or so. And so what we need to do We're just going to use the whole bag so it'll be kind of double. I'm going to cut a small hole here. Whoops, bigger than I wanted. That's okay. And so we've got that there. And right there's where we've got our tomato plant's going to go. So what we want to do is cut an X right here. You can do this with a like a carpet knife, a razor blade. I'm using the scissors because that's what I have in my hand right now. So now we have that situated there. Tommy's still filming. We're going to go ahead and put our cable ties on. So there's a little ridge right under there that it fits nicely in. Now making sure I'm in there good. I'm going to kind of tuck it down there. Fix that spot that I kind of messed up with around the, and make sure I'm in that ridge good. And then we'll come and we'll just clip the excess of the cable ties. Also, you have a sharp pair of scissors to work with. Okay, now one last thing to do. What is that, Tommy?
We put the tomato plants in.
That is correct. So let's grab that. We're using a patio variety tomato. And since I'm going to be growing this on my patio, that makes good sense. We're going to kind of loosen them up a little bit. We're going to, again, to make our hole a little larger, work it in through there, trying to keep the hole as small as possible. There's another way to make this hole is by making a slit all the way across, but I prefer to try to use the whole method. And get that pressed down into our hole. Remember, we had a small little hole made for it. And we will, then what we do is, if we didn't already have water in there, we'd fill it up with water. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tomato growing in an earth bucket. Now, we'll do this after we shut down the video and come back, but what you can do is come in here and trim this up. Or let me show them how I'm trimming the garbage bag up. This will just make it look a little neater. Alright, and pan back. Step back, Tommy. Show them our finished product. 20 minutes later, we have the second earth bucket, or global bucket, assembled. And now we have 2 tomatoes growing. We'll check back here in about 2 weeks, see how they're doing.